Need something that won't raise your blood pressure before 9 a.m.? Well, this is it. It's quick, local-ish, and proud to be made in Wake County, North Carolina, USA, and shared wherever good neighbors might be listening. Good morning, Wake County. Now, if you've been with me for a while, you know we started right here in Wake County. Still are. But lately, you might have noticed a story or two that isn't from just down the street. And that's on purpose because good neighbors, they're everywhere. And sometimes the story that helps you start your day just might be one that bloomed a little farther down the road. Hey, I'm Steve, your friend, your neighbor, and your host, and thanks for joining me. You know, where we skip the noise and start the day with something good. This daily storytelling podcast brings you uplifting, heartwarming stories from across the country and sometimes beyond, told with North Carolina kindness. No doom, no drama, just real good news to help you start your day feeling good because good neighbors are everywhere. I want to start with a dad joke. Hey, what do you call a belt made of watches? Stick around, I'll give you the punchline at the end. Last Friday, we visited the Fuquay Arena Growers Market. We talked about Senior Day, summer meal programs, and why this nonprofit market is quietly becoming a model for wellness, equity, and food with roots. Today, we're going back, not just for another tomato, but for the story behind one. This is Allison Haggerty. She's one of the people behind Purple Martin Farm, one of the vendors at the farmer's market. She didn't grow up farming. No, she came from manufacturing and logistics. And then one day, she walked away from the desk, picked up a shovel, and started planting something different.
We do a lot of regenerative agriculture here. So a lot of the work is actually, it's a little bit more work as far as you're not using huge equipment. You're doing a lot of things more, I guess, manual as far as the garden goes.
No pesticides, no shortcuts, just dirt, daylight, love, and care. Her chickens move to fresh pastures every week. Her pigs roam shaded woods in the forest. And every tomato?
They had a good head start this year, but I planted them right in the middle of April. And I've already got tomatoes that are turning red right now.
The market gave her that start, and she's never forgotten it.
I think we really show a love of what we're doing. And I think we care for people and wanting them to know, the foods that they're putting in their bodies. We're out there, we're loving on people, we're educating them on certain things. And really, we're not there to come buy from us. We're here to make those connections. We really, really wanted to do this and connect to our community through it.
And then she said something that landed hard.
And we've lost hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of acres of farmland just in the last, 8 years or so. And so supporting your local farmers is really important because they're the ones growing your food.
This is why local farming matters, not just for what we eat, but for what we preserve. Because sometimes a tomato isn't just a tomato. It's a choice. To visit Allison and farmers like Allison, visit the Fuquay Arena Growers Market, Saturdays 8 a.m. to noon, 121 North Main Street. Details are at fvgrowersmarket.com. And to learn more about Purple Martin Farm, visit thepurplemartinfarm.square.site. Now picture Silicon Valley, glowing with venture capital cash, self-driving everything, everyone pitching their startup from a treadmill desk. That glittering corner of California pulled in nearly 70% of all U.S. venture capital in Q1. About $79 billion. That's, hey, I want to buy Luxembourg and still have change for a space elevator kind of money. And where did most of it go? AI. Because what the world clearly needed was a chatbot that writes your grocery list, beats you at chess, and judges your rom-coms. But here's the twist. While all that flash flooded San Francisco, something steadier was building 2,800 miles to the east, right here in Wake County. Morrisville, Cary, Raleigh, and yes, at least one Bojangles drive-thru that knows my biscuit order by heart. What we're growing here isn't just startups, it's staying power. We've got AI, clean tech, fintech, we got all the techs. And they're led by people who like their neighbors, like their trees, and don't have to sell a kidney to afford rent. At CED Venture Connect, over 100 emerging companies pitched to hundreds of investors. And then came the Raleigh-Durham Startup Summit, kind of like TED Talks, but with pulled pork. And one pitch deck even had a goat meme. It closed around. Under the lights at Durham Bulls Athletic Park, startup legends Scot, Wingo, and Robbie announced $9 million invested in 25 new ventures. And just to keep it grounded, Elaine Marshall reminded us if every small business in North Carolina made $100,000 a year, not unicorns, just Main Street strong, we'd pump $2 billion into our economy. Because innovation doesn't always wear a hoodie. Sometimes it wears an apron and it pays for braces. The future might be artificial intelligence, but the energy in Wake County, that's as real as it gets. You know those movie scenes where a big black van pulls up and unfolds into a high-tech war room? Well, Wake County just got its own version, but this one's not chasing spies. It's here to protect kids. Thanks to a grant from the Center for Safer Schools, 3 very plain-looking white vehicles have been transformed into mobile command posts. They've got Wi-Fi, school camera access, secure radios, everything the Central District Office has. But now they're parked wherever they're needed. And as someone who's been in the chaos as a former first responder myself, I'll tell you this. This kind of mobile brain, it's not a luxury, it's a game changer. Kendrick Scott said, if there's an emergency at a school where we can't get into the building, we can set up a mobile command post anywhere. And that sentence alone makes your shoulders unclench a bit, doesn't it? Peace of mind on 4 wheels, and a big thanks to CBS 17 for bringing this story forward. Because the best school safety plans, well, they don't always come with sirens. Sometimes they come in a quiet, nondescript van, waiting and ready. I don't know about you, but I'll sleep a little better tonight knowing a tomato was grown with that much care. And if anything ever happens at school, help is already on the way and parked just outside. Oh, and your dad joke punchline? What do you call a belt made of watches? It's a waste of time. I know. If you groaned a little bit, it means it worked. Hey, if you enjoyed the podcast today, it's free to subscribe, hit the like button, or tell someone about it. It'll help me, it'll help you too, and I love win-win outcomes. And hey, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, the best thing you can do to help others get a little dose of good news is to tap those 5 stars. Give me a review. It only takes 3 seconds, but it tells the algorithm this was worth hearing, and it gives me the encouragement to keep going. You can also head to tapyournews.com to send feedback or share a story idea. I read every message. And if you got a good one, I'd love to tell it. Take care for now. I'll see you tomorrow. See ya.